Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am Tycho Brahe of Pancake and Pax, and also Ominifus Hereward Drawn of Acquisitions Incorporated. But today I'm Jerry Holkins, and I'm running a game of Dungeons and Dragons for my friends.
Are we doing another? Are we doing this again?
Yeah. No, we're gonna go for another. We're gonna go for another 3 fucking hours.
Do over.
18.
18.
Nice.
Is that the number?
I just keep it in my pocket.
Yeah.
Is that
got
the
an
number?
18 to
Is that the
burn.
number you want?
Can I chamber these?
What number do you want?
I just rolled a 20 on intimidating you. We're not playing the game now.
We could though. You can
so-
do a lot with that.
I'm so scared.
So Ryan,
Cower.
hook me up here. How are you enjoying this weird, different type of game?
I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah?
I think this is a good time. I think it's only getting better as we're all feeling each other out too. Feeling each other up. Sorry,
Yeah,
I misspoke.
under the table.
Yeah, groping.
Hope.
Yeah.
No. I have. It seems like your comfort level is increasing. You're sort of leaning into the sort of dragon superiority complex.
Yeah. It doesn't come naturally. I gotta really go to a different. I gotta go to a different place for this one.
You still sound like you're in character. Just come on out
Yeah.
and help us.
No, I got a method, you
out
know.
of the game.
Not until I don't break character, so we film the DVD commentary.
Yeah.
It's good.
Then you do the flip.
Yeah.
Then you
I'm
flip
back
in.
to quiet, reserved Ryan. Meek, sheepish Ryan.
Gentle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So should we?
Just a weak flow.
Yeah.
Not that powerful stream that I've got now.
You need the PSI.
Yeah.
Here, so it seems like there might be some value in determining like a MVP type role. Like who did something that was rad that you
Oh, that rope.
Man.
That rope was MVP.
That
See,
lift.
that's the thing. He's just going to vote for himself every time. We can't
I
do
said
that.
the
That's
rope.
why you shouldn't give him decision
Yeah,
maker.
exactly.
That's going to be
for
some
the
good
rope.
story content
Yeah.
right there. That's
Yeah.
going to be
The
fun.
rope.
No, that's good
I'm a
material.
fan.
Yeah,
I know.
channel that anger.
I did. I wrote decisionist, your name, Dinar, and then I wrote FU next to it.
And I
Many
wrote,
exclamation
I'm the
points.
best, me, next to Decisionist.
Great.
I think that my favorite moment was the spider fixing the world.
Yeah, that was
The
good.
spider fixed
Trying to
that
mend
was
it too. Those were both really
cool.
good.
Yeah.
That's
Mending it, that was good
But
too.
the men,
like,
but-
I will
but the
push it with
spider, exactly. But
I'm
the
strong.
spider, but that's a totally like that works too. Like the reason that it succeeded was because there
decision.
were different active. That's why it should be the decisionist. But the reason it worked is because there was 3 good ideas all sort of sliding in and fixing it. But it had such a cool arc because you're over there fixing it. Like there is a physicality to it.
Yeah.
You're repairing
I know,
these
it's
parts.
ridiculous.
Even
A
if you're just
fixicality.
even if you're
Yeah.
just gluing together the real parts of these things, it's still fixing it, right?
Yeah.
But then the spider was like the next level.
Yeah. Who knew? I can turn into creepy stuff, not just big mammals.
But that web,
That web.
just like the imagery of it is fucking baller.
I love the
Yeah.
idea that it was like its literal spider senses were tingling and it could like see stuff breaking apart and be like, I know how to fix this.
yeah.
Exactly.
I know
That's
this.
its job.
This is a web
Yeah.
system.
This is a
Yeah.
Unix system. I know.
Yeah, exactly. The root level access. No, it was hot shit.
That was probably the hottest shit. Yeah.
That's
I gotta
true.
start taking notes on all the hot shit that happens if we're gonna do MVP afterward.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
legit
yeah.
thinking the rope was MVP. I was even going to make him a comment about it. Because we used it in like 4 different scenarios.
Oh,
mean,
you just mean
literally
the
the-
rope.
The rope
Just
itself.
the rope, not you dunking
No.
donuts.
I mean, the rope,
Chris
the
Stroud,
literal rope.
yeah.
All hail carbon rod, inanimate carbon rod, all hail the
actually,
rope.
You know what? I'll give it to the rope.
The hemp and
I'll
my
give the
grandmother's
MVP the
rope.
Yeah, exactly. Grandma's rope.
Mima's rope. Yeah.
Obviously, there's some damage
Yeah.
at the end. You can fix it.
I know how to fix it. I fixed it many times before.
Yeah,
She taught me
I
how.
can mend it.
Exactly. So
The rope deserves it.
I think
So-
MVP should always go to somebody who's not us.
Yeah.
No, it should always go to an inanimate object
That's
Yeah.
really good.
each
Yeah,
time.
we should talk about something really good that we did and be like, oh yeah, like, and then they're like, oh, it's definitely gonna be Cthulhu. And we're like, anyway, that chicken we met back at the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The perfect
Yeah.
chicken.
You gotta fucking pay up.
How's that chicken angle going to end?
That's
Yeah.
fine. I
It's gonna be
mean, Walnut
good.
didn't make a promise to a chicken. It's not like Walnut's like, oh, I deny animals the things that they eat.
Are you gonna
the
talk
chicken's
to
an
this-
animal though?
Yeah, are you going to talk to the chicken and be like, yo, I'm going to give you this cat?
Yeah, you gotta get it. You
Yeah.
come at it from both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the
Hey,
chicken's gonna
chicken,
be like,
guess what?
sure, but now you owe me a favor.
You wouldn't know this because we haven't gotten to it yet, but when Walnut has to like sustain herself off of another thing's life, she has like a whole little ritual that she does. So
Whatever helps you sleep
Those
at
are
night.
Yeah,
more-
Yeah.
that's right.
It's fine.
That's right. I got a body count tallying up for you.
Yeah.
Keeping it up.
And all the
But you
tiny,
making me seem like it's so awful.
all
Just
the
like
tiny bodies.
22 squirrels and an eagle.
All these tiny bodies.
I didn't kill the
There's
squirrels.
a bunch
I
of little
merely
coffins.
summoned them.
Exactly,
Nah, you
yeah.
put them in the
Right.
position of danger.
You're
You only
responsible.
ask the eagles to descend into this dark god's mouth. You don't know once they get
They
there.
gave
Yeah.
consent.
That's
They
on
said it
them.
was
Yeah.
fine.
Them.
I don't know why you guys are so hampered on like my moral code with animals. I got it figured out.
I'm not
Walnut's
bothered.
okay.
I'm the
Great.
only one who
I'm
fucking gets it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
true.
You guys wouldn't get it because you're not druids, and that's okay. That's okay.
It's okay.
We're just
That's your
different.
privilege.
That's
yeah,
right.
exactly.
It's different.
I'm going to keep doing what I do in order to protect your privileges you're not even aware of.
Exactly. Hey, so did you have good times
Yeah, big
vis-a-vis
doings.
your
Oh, yes.
Had
your
literal
religious
chills.
your religious
yes.
Actual
experience?
chills.
You had an actual religious experience.
Oh, yes. That's what I want. That's what I want
But
out
it
of
was
a
a
game
false
like
I know. I
this.
like that it was not the one. It was like MacGuffin.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Well, no,
False
no, because he
God.
gave me all this screenwriting advice a super long time ago. There's a bunch of best.
man.
There's a bunch of best.
I want to see my cool god, not this guy.
there's a bunch of best practices.
Yeah, yeah.
Never show the coolest god.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, it's all tied up. But the thing about Cthulhu Draub is that didn't you come up with some crazy like you can actually translate your name in like
I
the
did.
Drow language, right?
No,
like you have
yeah.
a translation for Cthulhu Draub, right?
Shoot, I'd have to look up the email. Let's talk about it. While you're talking to somebody else, I'm going to find it. and
Yeah.
we'll
Minutes
discuss
from
it.
now, you're just
But
gonna
no,
flirt.
Yeah.
that's exactly. I didn't ever do it. I made it up.
Means
That's
good boy.
nonsense. But no, that's what I wanted, and that's what I want for that character.
Yeah.
Especially that it seemed to give him like a very untrustworthy bent. But in his mind, and I'll explain it.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure it'll have to come up at some point. It makes sense to do it this way because we don't know when that god's desire is going to come about. And in my mind, it's like 100,000 years away. It doesn't matter.
It's
Are
like,
you
it's
gonna
like the
get mad
sun's
at
gonna
me for
blow up,
that?
but it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I'm doing the sun's will.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, it's going to nova and we're all going to die. But you're not. Are you actually mad at me? We'll all be dead.
Yeah,
before
exactly.
that.
Yeah. But that's because we had talked about it before, and there's something for Dinar in this vein as well. And eventually, everybody will get it. Everybody will get their sort of like sub arc, right?
Yeah.
But with Cthulhu Draub and this entity that he has sworn himself to, like we specifically agreed together that you would not know any of it.
Right.
So usually that happens at the character level, and usually it's a big part of like of your backstory. Like there's whole sections on here for you to type in why your god is the best. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like in your weird relationship with them. But if we really wanted to go, but it seemed like you chose the Great Old Ones Pact for a reason, is that you wanted it to be sort of ineffable and horrifying.
No, yeah, that's the part that interests me. I didn't want to choose. What are the other ones we got? We got Archfey.
Yeah. Me.
Elves?
Well, no,
No.
Archfey. There's a case for a cool Archfey thing. You ever like Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a scary ass.
That's
Like
true.
that's a scary elf.
That's a, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, so there is a capricious, but still ultimately sort of conceivable evil there.
You know when Galadriel goes into like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That makes sense.
Yeah, right? And it's cool. But when we were talking about this, it was like, well, you shouldn't know it at all. For it to truly be like a Lovecraftian thing, you can't know it either. And then everything you learn is something that ultimately you didn't want to know.
Right. All I know is that I have to probe it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad that you went whole hog and are just trying to investigate and interrogate this thing.
Oh, I thought-
And not like, because me as a player, like, I've played too much D&D. I would never have taken that extra turn not trying to get out. I would have been forced by some like meta game force
Yeah.
to get the fuck out of there
Right.
and like not get that revelation. But I mean, you got the good roll, which means that you got the good info. Like I have a list of things that you can get. I have a list of
Let me have it.
I threw it down there. I threw it down there because I
That
didn't need it
roll
anymore.
entitles me to all of them.
Yeah, exactly. I threw it down there because I didn't need it. No, I just basically lopped off like the best, You know what I mean? Like the upper crust
Prime
Right, right,
cuts.
right.
of it. Yeah, I give you the USD choice.
Here,
Nice.
listen, if we were willing
So
to
here,
spend
no,
time.
I was going to say, please let us know
Yeah.
your
you
deep
asked,
lore.
You asked me how it was spelled for
Yeah.
your purposes, and I said, here's how I spell it. I have some backronym type retcons of the name that work in the actual Drow language. The only place apostrophe B appears in is in the words meaning escape, and prefix K seems to show up randomly, including in the word for non-believer. Thus, his name could have been Thriss, but once he deserted his sect of Lolth to pursue this other god, he could have been non-believer Thriss, who escaped the Drow, hence, because there's Drow. To which you replied,
Shut up.
dork.
Accurate.
What, just lowercase?
Yeah.
No, it was all caps.
Capital D and N.
No, I
That's
love
the
it.
stuff I want to just shake out. If you give enough detail, I feel like you could find cool stuff.
Oh yeah,
So
it's
good.
it's 100% grade A nerd shit.
Nom, nom, nom.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'll laugh and like superficially shame, but that's what we're fucking doing here. Like that's
Secretly, he's
yeah.
jealous he didn't.
Yeah.
No, I love it so much. No, dude, I had the worst. I had the worst character. Oh my god. Like, ugh.
What was he?
Well, all right. So
What was they?
so there is a type. It's called an Avarial, I think.
Okay.
They're like winged elves.
What?
Sounds tight.
Hang on.
Yeah.
dragon?
Can we reroll?
Is this some
I think that's
homebrew
it,
shit?
right?
That's like-
Homebrew?
Yeah, no. So it's a winged elf. God,
Kinda like a dragon.
this is gonna tell you. Shut up. This is gonna tell you so much about young Jerry. Like,
I'm ready.
This
Oh,
is,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is like opening up.
Strap in.
Yeah?
Oh, okay, so he basically had to go like undercover in a Lolth sect, and so he like had his wings removed, and then he like magically. Don't laugh at me, Alyssa. This is serious shit.
Do laugh.
Yeah, laugh because I
Laugh long.
deserve it. Laugh until I am like exfoliated. And so then it's like a magical disguise, and so then he goes down to the Underdark. Okay, it's like
Did you watch like what is it? Christopher Walken's The Prophecy, and you were like, "That's cool. I want to make that
It's like
the
that's
character."
no, that's the only movie. That shit was like 24/7. Like when Mike and I were living together, like
Oh, it was on TV every day,
it was all the fucking
constantly.
time.
Right. So then you had to make that character.
No, so have you had any characters that you feel like are
Oh.
explore your shit?
Oh, yeah. When I didn't understand fantasy really well, but I wanted to play a character, and I played a fighter because I was like, fighters are easy. You just mash buttons. So
They
in
fight.
D&D, this was my first one.
Yeah.
This is when I was experimenting in college with D&D. And her name was
Not even
Elysier
once.
Elysier.
Lantern.
It's like you have Elysium. Let's try something Elysier. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
crank it up.
that's
Elysier Lantern. And then I needed a backstory.
All right. I don't hate it.
I do.
We'll get there.
Guess what her parents did?
Made lanterns.
They're thieves. Did they steal some bread?
Did they make
They made
lanterns?
lanterns.
Hey, got it in one.
Are you?
Listen!
Of the Lantern family?
Yeah.
The
Of the New
Lantern?
England lanterns?
Of the New England Lanterns.
Oh my god.
Anyway, she died. And then my second character I played was a druid to great success. So back in the saddle
I was
again.
gonna say back in that druid well.
Yeah.
You know what I
Quiviern.
mean? What's
I
that?
did.
Quiviern. And I got green stuff and I made my own custom mini and I like got into like dry brushing and stuff like that. And then I sculpted my own companion.
You don't mean as stuff. You don't mean just like a material that's green. You mean like legit green
Oh,
stuff.
I mean
like
green
Games
stuff where
Workshop.
Games Workshop where you mix the stuff, and then I had
Kick
to do
ass.
like wet sanding where you put it in the bucket
Oh.
because if
Yeah.
you inhale it, I know what I'm doing.
Dude, that's legit.
Despite not knowing to use pack
You're
tactics
too
when I'm
good
in
for us.
whatever.
Weird.
No,
We're
I'm
our-
about
we're-
that.
We're a trash group.
I think that's all the way fucking live.
That was it. That's
Yeah.
how I got myself from like I need to scratch that itch from like session to session was oh okay well I'll work on my mini for 8 hours and that'll
What
quench my
happened to
thirst.
Quiviern?
What happened to Quiviern?
I need this info.
Quiviern
As your dungeon master.
Canonically, Quiviern and her snake companion Atheris still live somewhere because I just fell out with the people that I was playing with, and I was like, later,
Oh
dorks.
yeah, see that's that's. I was gonna say this is something that this is something you don't know because you haven't had this experience. That the young D&D group like falling out, falling apart, like drama, like school drama, like regular real life shit, like coming up at the table.
Oh.
Dude, I'm not even Facebook friends with those people
Oh,
anymore.
yeah.
Like that's how. But anyway, I get to keep
I've-
Quiver and she's not dead.
Yeah, I've played pen and paper RPGs. I just hadn't played D&D before. I played like it
you
is
play?
different. It's way different. I can't remember what it was called. It was we did a Star Wars one at one point where we played a couple times.
West End? Did you roll a lot of D6s?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
It was super early on. And then we did one that was not. It was like a superhero one that was specifically not Marvel.
Yeah.
It was like some other
Oh.
side license thing, and that one was fun. I
Marvel,
mean,
was that Palladium system? Was that
I couldn't tell you.
Heroes and Super Spies?
Maybe. I remember I made a guy who was kind of like a Tony Stark, like he was like a boy genius, but he was like their version of a mutant, and he would like secrete like stuff from his palms, so he had to wear gloves all the time. And then he built like a rudimentary suit of armor, and that's how he powered it. So like no one else could use this armor because he was the only one who had this.
Burns this yucky
Yeah,
juice.
it was
He
like
was
this like
sweaty palms?
He is like sweaty palm fuel, yeah. And then as he got stronger, like that was like he could like throw fireballs with it if he was out of his
So
mech.
what was the character's? What was his name? Like when his
I don't
armored
remember.
suit?
We didn't play
Yucky
him.
boy.
Right. We didn't play very long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Moisture.
He was literally like, but he was like a punk kid, and he was like, it was like a Richie Rich kind of thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dude,
Wow,
that's
you
awesome.
playing a punk? Weird.
Yeah. Oh, another druid? No, another.
I didn't get to finish what I started.
Hug.
Either did I.
Exactly.
Hug now.
Brian and I are actually friends. I just want
Yeah,
to say,
yeah, yeah.
despite like what it looks
We
like.
are
people
very
in
good
the-
friends.
people in the
This is our
comments-
dynamic.
People in the comments are always, we're just both from New England. People are always like, I think
Yeah.
they hate each other. I'm like, no, unfortunately.
No, this is how
We like
this
this
is how we
very,
show
very much.
affection.
She's a big part of my life.
Was
Yeah.
to barb, is to
Yeah.
barb one another.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tear them
Just,
down.
you're just not used to it in the
But you don't remember the
Northwest.
name of his armored suit form. But I mean, it seems like he has
You
to
know
have
what?
that name.
It's
that
right
like.
in the front of his brain.
No, 'cause
Yeah.
He doesn't want it to go.
Yeah, I
this
know
route.
where it is.
I don't-
If he stuck his tongue out, I could read it.
Yeah.
There.
Kiss it right out of me.
Yeah, no, but here's the situation, right? It's like this. But I mean, to have those powers, like he would have to have some name. Like all those classic characters all have that name. Like
Jerry's got
Yeah.
something.
No, like
Jerry's
Strange.
because she's got something.
Yeah.
Sort of,
I just
sort of
thought
bit,
of Walt
yeah.
Whitman.
yeah, no. But the situation, it's like this, where it's like it's all carved out, where it's like Jonathan Moisture. You know what I mean?
No, first of
Yeah.
all, it wasn't
human name.
sweaty palms.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Jonathan Moisture was a special boy.
He was a special rich boy.
Sloppy handshake.
There's more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He wore gloves a lot.
Mild mannered
Yeah.
Jonathan Moisture. Good day.
Walt Whitman. By night.
That's exactly right.
His name was Bobby Wet Palms, if you must know.
No, but it's like that sort of patrician, like hyphenated last name. It's like WHET.
Yeah.
Wet.
Yeah.
Palms.
no,
MCE.
Walt
Yeah.
Whitman.
To hide a little.
Esquire.
Johnny Wet Palms.
I buy it. I'm on board.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want to find out.
You want to get more about the Johnny Wet Palm
Because
lore?
it seems cool, but then armor also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't lose.
It was like a way for me to do like an Iron Man like armor type character, but also like so I couldn't get stolen or no one else could use it because otherwise it's like, well, if you're just a
But that
kid,
was
why
the
don't you
first
just?
thing, hold on, when you were making this character, the first thing you're thinking of is like, I don't want any motherfuckers taking
No,
my
it's
shit.
just like thematically, it's like, why don't they just put like a soldier? If you can make armor, make the armor for someone stronger. It's like,
Right.
no, it's got to be you. It's got to be this idiot kid.
Yeah.
So that's the back door into it because he's the only one who can power it with his
like this
sweaty palms.
With this much, yeah.
yeah, Bobby Wet Palms.
Yeah.
It's good.
Here, we'll find a way to get all that stuff in
Get him in there, get
We'll
Bobby
in
Wet Palms to
Listen,
show
I got,
up.
I got opportunities,
Yeah,
man.
can
I
we
got
bring
pages.
in our
I got
old shit
pages.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I have every intention of bringing in all your old shit. Well, hey, it has been our absolute pleasure to spend this time with you. Come back and see us next week at 3:30.